steady momentum against Al-Shabaab, and we want to maintain it to defeat the group that has shown it has no mercy, and that the like mafia has achieved economic autonomy through intimidation and the killing of innocent civilians, said Somali President. Earlier on Saturday, Somali National Army announced that more than 40 suspected Al-Shabaab members were killed in an operation in Apore, located 220 kilometers north of the capital Mogadishu. Somali's national news agency has reported. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, who has been visiting the United States of America for the past days, where on Thursday he met the U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, has conveyed to him the Washington's commitment to Somalia in the fight against violent extremism, primarily Al-Shabaab. U.S. President Joe Biden has approved in May of this year a Defense Department request to send U.S. troops back to Somalia to fight the terrorist group, reversing the order of his predecessor Donald Trump to leave the African country in 2020. Somalia is facing an increase in the number of attacks by the Islamist militia Al-Shabaab, linked to the terrorist group Al-Qaeda, both in capital and in other areas in south of the country, where they let the president promise reinforcement of security operations to deal with the threat. A government-allied Somali militia said they have killed 45 Al-Shabaab militants following a battle in Hiran region of Shabelle state. Reuters reported citing witnesses. The killing are the latest development in the region, which has seen a significant spike in conflict between the Al-Qaeda-linked militant group Al-Shabaab and local militia allied with the federal government of Somalia. Al-Shabaab has waged a war in the Horn of Africa country for more than a decade as it seeks to enforce strict Sharia law. The group continues to cause havoc across the country despite efforts by local and regional forces deployed to eliminate the group. Last month, the militant group staged a 30-hour siege at a main hotel in the capital Mogadishu, killing at least 21 people and wounding more than 100 others. In June, Al-Shabaab militants carried out several attacks on villages near across the border with Ethiopia. Reportedly, more than a dozen people, dozens of the group, also died in the attacks. President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, however, said on Friday that his country was seeing gains in the fight against Al-Shabaab. We see a strong momentum against Al-Shabaab and want to sustain it to defeat the group, and it has already been proven by the local forces and backed by the militia. Somali president has announced last month an all-out war against Al-Shabaab to finalize the presence of the militant group in the country. Somali military commanders who are leading the operation voted to continue the offensive against Al-Shabaab as long as the group to be removed from the remaining areas in South and Central regions. Al-Shabaab has been fighting to topple the UN-backed Somali government since 2008, and the group has also been defeated from several battlegrounds, including in Hiran region. The leader of Jubaland State, Ahmed Madobe, in southern Somalia, voted to intensify operations against Al-Shabaab fighters in the region. During a meeting with federal lawmakers from the state, Madobe pledged to liberate villages under Al-Shabaab control in Lower Juba and Middle Juba regions. We need to cooperate on the fight against Al-Shabaab. We will launch operations to liberate all areas under Al-Shabaab in Lower and Upper Juba regions, said Ahmed Madobe. Ahmed Madobe has urged the local residents in Jubaland to cooperate with the security forces to enhance the security of the federal member state. The public is needed to closely work with the security forces to defeat and their sympathizers, Ahmed Madobe has added during a press conference. The remarks of Ahmed Madobe come amid Somali forces intensify operations against Al-Shabaab in south and central regions of the country. Somali Information Ministry on Saturday said Somali military has killed 30 Al-Shabaab fighters in Hiran region central of the country. Ahmed Madobe has been in power since 2013 in Kismayo. He is backed by the Kenyan Defense Forces KDF, who are part of the African Union mission in the country known as ATMIS. Jubaland has been facing the threat of Al-Shabaab for more than a decade, and the regional state is a key as it locates on the main border between Somalia and Kenya. Finally, the President of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, is in London to attend the funeral of the Queen Elizabeth, which is taking place in London. The memorial is just took place at the church in the London, where the leaders of the country and other leaders invited were present. Queen's funeral at Westminster Abbey will be attended while the leaders, including U.S. President Joe Biden, First Lady Jill Biden, representative from across Commonwealth of Nations, most of which part of the former British Empire. Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud was among the leaders invited for the funeral of the Queen Elizabeth, which died earlier of this month. The security of London has been extremely tightened ahead of the burial of the Queen Elizabeth II. UK's longest serving monarch died on September 80 at Balmoral, Scotland, aged 96, after reigning for 70 years as Queen. That's all for our today's English news live from Mogadishu. With me, I am Omar No, and the rest of the team here in our studio. We leave you bye for now.